Hi guys. Hello pencils. I got some new pencils. 120 Brutfuner oily colored pencils. Now I can hear you saying, but Beth, you already have Brutfuner. And that is true. Except what I have are the rounds. And these are the squares. Let's open this up. Lots of people have been raving about these little budget pencils. And I really like the rounds. I really like them. Now, the thing that I was wondering about was how they compare to each other. Are they the same colors? Do they color blend and layer the same? I'm hoping they do. Do not make me count these. What? They couldn't make a little plasticky form that has the correct amount of pencil space? This one looks like it's full. Maybe they're just not actually going in the little slot. Alright, just like the other ones, just like the rounds, they have a number. Evidently they have a name that's in Chinese. And there's the logo. They are both 120s. You know what? The barrels look really pretty. I don't know. Maybe it's the non-glare, the matte that I am drawn to. I really like that. Okay, so first thing, what are you and why are you there? Just a random piece of plastic and a little bit of machine oil. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is swatch them. And even though I have a swatch for my rounds, I want to be able to compare the two of them side by side. So what I'm going to do is make a swatch that shows them side by side. I think there's enough spaces here for both of them to go, you know, each one number 037 next to the rounds 037. Let's see how they compare color-wise. And then we're going to move on and do a color actual picture and see if they perform in the same way. So, alright, let's get to it. This is going to be a long day. This experiment was expected to take 1 or 2 hours. It took me all day. but it pretty much answered the questions that I had. And those were, is it the same pencil, only square shaped? And the answer is yes and no. So what they did, as far as I can tell, because I am not an expert in color, is they took the rounds, they took the core color and put it in a square and then renumbered it. So that was not that helpful. Why did they renumber it? Did they want to make it new and fresh? Don't know. Now, not all of these are in the exact same place, because sometimes I see one color as a red and another as an orange, or, you know, blue, purple. Sometimes I fluctuate on what I think it is. So, yeah. And they had some weird things. They had these two purples listed in with their grays. And I wasn't too sure about that. I mean, I can see it. I can see where they think a really deep gray might be a purple, but Alright, so now when I was looking over them, trying to decide if, even though the number was different, is the color of the pencil exactly the same? And I think they are. Like I said, my color perception isn't that great. But yeah, I think they use the exact same leads. They just put it in a square pencil and renumbered it. Bing, bada, boom. So another thing I wanted to mention, this one comes to mind right off. I don't know if you can see this, and you probably can't. The outside of a lot of the pencils are miscolored, and I suspect that they stuck to the other pencil next to them. But also sometimes it just looks like someone stepped on them. So maybe the pencil container overflowed. Some guy went up and started picking them up and stepped on a few. Also, the gold leaf that they use, even though I've only used these pencils for a couple of swatches, a couple of them are already fading off. So you're going to lose your numbers. And I would suggest using a Sharpie and writing that number in. The leads, you know, they're fairly well balanced. I mean, they're not, you can't really tell if it's perfect with a square outline, but yeah, it's close enough. What else did I notice about these? Oh, the tray. The tray. Do yourself a favor, and at the very same time you are buying these pencils, if you are, buy a book. Buy, you know, a zippered case that you can store them in, because these trays are total trash. I mean, one of mine have already broken, and all I've done is basically pick them up. Also, the little shapes that they have for the pencil don't actually hold the pencil. That's why when you get them, you'll see 2 or 3 empty spaces on the side and think you didn't get all your pencils. You did. The pencils have just shifted over. Also, if you don't have a pencil sharpener that has the larger hole, you should get that also at the same time, because my J-Par won't fit them. So I've got to get another pencil sharpener. Every pencil sharpener in the house I have will not fit them. So these aren't going very far until I get that sharpener. Which is unfortunate because I wanted to do a picture. I could probably do like just a really simple picture maybe. Yeah, I'll try that. I'm just gonna do just part of a picture or something like that. That's an idea. And then I'll also use the squares and the rounds to see if the color is the same as the usage, you know, how it feels when I'm applying it. Now, all that said, these are beautiful pencils. The rounds, I absolutely adore the rounds. I've used them a few times, and they are amazing. A budget pencil, this good, oh, yeah, for sure. Now, I'm thinking the squares are going to be the same, but who knows? We'll see. I think they are. Because the colors look pretty much the same. And if they took the color, they likely took the recipe. So yeah, budget pencil, amazing. And I'm going to go color a picture with them now. Alright.